Okay. So we had the word adverse. Now we have the word advice. Tui,
Yes.
can I say give me an advice?
Yes.
Okay. Can I say give me an advice?
Give me the word.
Can I say give me an advice? What's wrong?
Quanto. Give me the word. No?
Can I say give me an advice?
Just give me advice. Right?
Yeah.
Or advise me.
You mean it uncountable?
Saki, can I say give me an advice?
No.
Or I need an advice?
Give me.
Chris, can I? Anna. Te amo.
No.
Te quiero. No?
Yes.
Yes? I need an advice. Yes. No!
I'm always wrong.
I can't say give me an advice. Kay was right, unfortunately.
Why?
Fortunately.
Because advice is uncountable. You can't say one advice, two advices, three advices, four advices, Tui.
But yeah.
So if I want to use advice, it would be like, what can I say? Give me advice. Now if I want to say something here,
Can I
need
I
advice.
need
I need
Give me-
advice.
I can
Some
say
advice.
some advice.
Some.
I can say a piece of advice.
a piece of advice?
Yeah, or some advice.
I still heard about I need an advice.
Please.
Yeah, that's
Some
wrong.
advice.
You can never say I need an advice. So I need some advice. I need some hey, Papa don't preach. I don't preach. I'm in trouble deep. Yeah. But I made up my mind. I'm keeping my baby. Advice. So, what is a verb? To
Advice.
advise. To advise someone. I don't need your advice. I need your advice. I need some good advice. I need some good advice. I need some good advice. Please advise me on how to proceed. On or as to. Let's say on. Or as to how. How to proceed.
Yeah.
This is a golden sentence.
You can say about.
Now,
Okay.
this is a golden sentence that you can use in your writings. If you want to write something formally to somebody and ask for a way, I don't know how to do it. Please advise me on how to proceed. You would say, I did something as instructed. As instructed means as you told me, as I was told. When you instruct someone, I followed your instructions. I followed your or his instructions. And called him, did this, delivered that parcel. Now, please advise me on or as to how to proceed. Or as to how to proceed. How to proceed. Proceed means continue. Proceed means continue. So please advise me on how to proceed, how to continue. So advice. Be advised, if somebody says be advised that, what does this mean, be advised that?
You are advised by somebody.
Be advised that the train will depart at 10 p.m. sharp.
Recommendation.
No. Better luck next time. Keep on guessing. That the train will depart at 9 p.m. sharp. You know 9 p.m. sharp means exactly 9 p.m.? I'll see you there at 6 o'clock sharp. 6 p.m. sharp. What does that mean?
Exactly at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. sharp. Take care of. 6 p.m. sharp tonight. Same place. Old place. Like every, what day is it today? Every Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, like, you know, same place. Same time, same place. Thank you. Please be advised. Sometimes say please. Be advised that the train will depart at 9 p.m. sharp, 10 p.m. sharp. Chris, have you ever cheated? You have until the end of today to confess. And you shall be forgiven by Father Ray. No extensions until Christmas. So, please be advised. Be advised means be informed. It means please know that if you advise someone in case of a change of address, you let that person know that you change your address. So advice here doesn't mean preach, doesn't mean give me some good advice. It means let me know. To inform someone, to let someone know. So advice, yes. One meaning is, every time I'm in trouble, I go to Javi for good advice. He always has some good, wise pieces of advice to give me. He advised me to. He advised me to what? To stop seeing you. My father advised me to stop seeing you. I'll kick his ass. He advised me to take this course. Yeah? Did your father advise you to stop seeing certain guys? See my daughter. This guy's a wolf. The society is full of these wolves. When you go to Canada, be careful. This is some fatherly advice. Yeah? Did you receive any such advice from your father? No? Daughter, keep your legs together.
No.
This is the advice usually fathers give their girls in the US. In the conservative families, keep your legs together. Yeah? It's like, it reminds me of the military. Yeah. Yeah? Okay. So, we have advise as noun, advise as verb. So I followed your advice. I listened to your advice. Thank you for the good advice. I listened to your advice, and I'm so sorry I listened to your advice. I missed a great opportunity. If something is, we have ill-advised, well-advised, if something is advisable, advisability, it is advisable to do something. It is advisable to do something. If something is advisable to do, it means, yeah, advisable. It is advisable to carry one of the major credit cards. It is advisable. What's that? You're doing strange things, eating strange things these days. It's just everything is so suspicious. Now,
No.
someone advised you to eat that thing? So advisable. Something that is advisable should be done in order to avoid problems. Regular medical checkups are advisable. It is advisable to write a career objective at the start of your resume. Career objective. What's your career objective? Yeah. It's advisable to do something. It is recommendable. And we have, so to advise someone to do something, something is advisable. It is advisable to do. He gave me some precious advice. You know precious? You know precious? What's precious?
Precious.
Means valuable. Precious. Valuable. Thank you for the precious advice. Precious means valuable advice. And please advise us of any change of address. It means inform us. Yes? So, we have other words such as to inform someone, to let someone know. We have bad advice, unneeded advice, unsolicited advice, unneeded advice. But please inform us in case or if something. When you inform someone, it means you let them know, right? To let someone know. I would say, please, keep me posted. Keep me posted. If you write this to your friend, keep me posted, please. What does that mean? When you go to Vancouver, when you go back to Germany, please keep us posted. Keep me posted about what happens. You have an interview tomorrow. Please keep me posted. Keep me posted means keep me up to date about what's happening to you. Let me know. You want to know what's going on, right? Keep us posted, keep me posted. If you say keep me posted, it means keep telling me what is happening. Inform me. Let me know what's going on. Will you, Saki? Keep us posted. You can post this on our Facebook page. Chris? Will you keep us posted? Will you post on our Facebook page the latest things?
The cheating thing.
Every time you cheat.
Can I cheat other people?
Every time you cheat. Dun, dun, dun. Let us know. Share with us. She's not there. She's not part of the group. You need somewhere to confess to feel better.
Thank you very much for helping me with my bad conscience.
So, to inform. To let someone know. Keep us posted, inform us. Keep us, yes. If somebody tells you something and you want to thank that person in your letter or email, what do you say? Thanks for letting me know. If it's very informal, friendly, you say thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for sharing the information with me. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for keeping us posted, for keeping me posted. Please keep me posted. I wish you luck and with your interview and all that. Please keep me posted. Please let me know. It's a very useful phrase. The word advice, also we have the word recommendation, to recommend. It is not advisable to stay up late the night before a test. It is not advisable to stay up late before a test. It is not a good thing to do. Good advice is hard to find. It's an expression. It's like a proverb. Good advice is hard to find. Everybody's ready to give advice, but good advice is hard to find. We have the word advice, but we also have the word preach. Like Papa don't preach, right? And remember, the people who go to the church, they're all preachers, right? Is a preacher. So to preach. And preacher. Hey, stop preaching. Preaching is usually when people is telling you what you should do or should not do, especially about moral things, what's good or what's bad. You know what? You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't talk to him. You shouldn't do this. You should... Stop preaching, please. Thank you. I don't need a lecture from you. So, sometimes somebody's preaching. Sometimes somebody's lecturing you. Lecturing. I don't need a lecture. I don't need a lecture on something, or I don't need a lecture from you. Or I don't need a lecture on, listen, I don't need a lecture on how to talk to my dad. So please just let go. Just leave me alone. I don't need a lecture on how to deal with my friends. I don't need a lecture from you. Or I don't need a lecture on these. This is very conversational. You can use it. Every time somebody's lecturing you on something, yeah, well, he started lecturing me on the how to drive my car, and tell him, look, I don't need a lecture on driving. Thank you. So when you say I don't need a lecture, and somebody's being so annoying by telling you how to do something or how something works, say, excuse me, but I don't need a lecture now. Sometimes you say, I don't want to get into an argument with you. It's a good expression, it's a good phrase. I don't want to get into an argument with you. Or I don't want to argue with you. To get into an argument, or I don't want to argue with you. You usually say, hey, don't argue with me. Don't argue with me. Don't argue with me. Especially when you expect somebody to listen to you. Especially if somebody's younger than you, or like you're the teacher. Don't argue with me. I don't want to argue with you. Well, it's one of the principles is don't argue with the teacher, but you can argue with Ray. All you want. You can argue all you want. All you want is like a phrase. All you want. All you want. For example, you can laugh all you want, or laugh all you want. I'll show you. So all you want is like a phrase, meaning laugh all you want. Let's see who wins. He who laughs last laughs best. Have you heard that? Let's see who gets the last laugh. The last laugh is important. We have the last laugh. Laugh all you want. Let's see who gets the last laugh. The last laugh. They say he who laughs last laughs the longest. Have you heard this? He who laughs last laughs the longest. Hey, laugh all you want. Argue all you want. I'm not going to change my mind. Laugh all you want. They usually say, laugh all you want. It's not going to change anything. Let's see who laughs last. Let's see who gets the last laugh. Let's see who laughs last or who gets the last laugh. You'll be laughing out of the other side of your mouth. What does that mean? You'll be crying. You'll soon be laughing out of the other side of your mouth. Huh. When you laugh out of the other side of your mouth, it means you start crying. Yeah. So preach. Stop preaching. Man, I'm not in mood today. I don't need a lecture or a sermon. You know sermon?
Yeah.
Priests, when they preach, there's a sermon. And it goes on for a long time, maybe an hour. I don't need a sermon on So preaching. With preaching, usually, everybody's good at preaching. You should do this, you shouldn't do that. But people are not good at practicing what they preach. Yeah? So what do you say? Hey, preacher,
Practice what you preach.
practice what you preach. He doesn't practice what he preaches. You say practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. About the word practice, in American English, we write it with C, whether it's a noun or a verb. In British English, practice with C is a noun, practice with S is a verb. British. So in British English, practice with S is a verb, but practice with a C is a noun. To practice what you preach. So practice what you preach. Okay, do you often practice what you preach?
Not so much.
Not so often. It's, you know, when it's a little bit, the situation gets a little awkward, you know, awkward? Like an awkward situation. When does it get a little awkward? When there's a little 5-year-old and you tell the 5-year-old, hey, like your niece, that you should do this, you should do that and stuff. You shouldn't drink out of from the bottle and stuff. And then, you know, like once you're just drinking from the bottle and stuff. Auntie, okay, but you're drinking from the bottle. Mom, she's drinking from the bottle. You're drinking out of the bottle. That's a little awkward. Especially with kids. You say, don't do this, do that, and then the kids catch us like we're doing all the things that we said don't. And then it's a hard moment, it's an awkward moment, so what do we do? It's like, I remember a kid caught me like peeing into the sink, and I'm like, because we're both together in the washroom, right? So, but you shouldn't be peeing into the sink. I know. But sometimes grown-ups should not pee into the bowl. Okay. You're right. It feels really bad. It's awkward. Awkward. Where's awkward?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it feels really good peeing into the bowl. Especially when you know to the guys section, you know that like a million guys have already done that before you. For some reason, they don't find it convenient enough to go sit. So everybody's there washing their hands. Shh. I know that before me, Javi has done it. Before me, Chris has done it. So when I'm there, it's okay. But the kid doesn't know it. And you can't tell him like, everyone does it. No. So you should practice what you preach, right? Sometimes it's really hard to practice what you preach. And most people do not practice what they preach. Do you? Do you pee or practice or preach? So, you ladies don't have this problem. Practice what you preach. Fine. So we know preach. Yeah. It's an invention. It's beautiful. I never thought of it this way. So now we can so we know preaching. Recommend. Instead of advise and preach, we can say recommend. Huh? And what's the noun for recommend? Recommendation. So, can you use it in a sentence? To recommend. Yeah?
Can you give me recommendation to buy the best jacket?
Okay. Recommend is it's a good verb. So I recommend that you get some professional advice. Doctors strongly recommend that, so recommend that. Recommend doing something. It is dangerous to exceed the recommended dose. Recommended in this case. Recommend something to someone. I recommend this book to anyone. To recommend something for something. Which type of oil do you recommend for my car? Recommend somebody for something. I have decided to recommend you for the directorship. The hotel is highly recommended. The town itself has little to recommend it. So recommend that. Yeah? Doctors recommend that. We can take in lots of vitamins. That we eat health food. And one day I will talk about something that's called subjunctive in grammar. It's called subjunctive. It means that I recommend that he go. We don't say he goes here. The doctor recommended that I stay, not state. This case is called subjunctive in grammar. And everything would be present, simple present, like the root. I recommend that, and I recommend that you stay here in Toronto and enjoy the beautiful winter weather.
No.
I love you. Te amo. So, well, you should listen to my advice.
Yeah.
And I'm practicing what I'm preaching. See, I'm staying here. So I
Yeah.
have no other option. So, yeah. So recommend doing something. He recommended what? Can you recommend a good lawyer to me? Can you recommend a good lawyer? I recommend Chris for this job. He's the only one who can suck this bad. No, who can do such a great job. So yeah. That's why you ask for what letter? When you want somebody to actually write a what for you? Recommendation letter. Yeah? Recommendation. sometimes I sound Japanese without even knowing it. So I go like, instead of saying recommendation, I go like recommendation. So it's recommendation. So recommend. That's recommendation to recommend. Yeah. Okay. Why am I turning around? Attractive. Everyone knows the word attractive, right? Attractive is something that attracts. It's just schwa, attract. Attract, no. Attract. So attractive is adjective. Attractive. Attraction. To attract. Okay. An attractive girl. Attractive scene, attractive view, an attractive place, an attractive, something that attracts you. And you say this as a verb, attracts me. What attracts me about this place? Why are you so attracted to her or him or this place? Attractive salary. It attracts me. Anything that attracts your attention. To attract someone's attention. And what is the opposite of attract? To distract. Sorry, I was distracted for a while. I was distracted for a bit. I was distracted for a moment. For a moment.
Can you also say I'm drawn away or I'm drawn back
Yeah.
from doing this?
Yeah.
Would you say it?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
But people say it.
I'm
I was distracted for a moment. Sorry.
I'm
I lost my-
spaced out.
Huh?
Spaced out.
Yeah. When you're spaced out, it's like you're totally gone. But it's a little different from distracted. Sometimes you're just distracted by something. Like there's a fly here. You're spaced out as you're sitting there, and like what really happens to you quite often. So Tui's sitting in this class, but she's spaced out. She's somewhere you don't know. Especially quite recently.
Sorry, I was distracted for a while.
Yeah. I hope it's over. I hope you guys broke up. So, distract. It was distracted for a while. So, distraction, attraction, distraction, distracted. So, you're speaking, you say, oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. And you say, where was I? Where was I? Where were we? Where was I? Where was I? Where were we? Guys, where were we? Where was I? What was I talking about? Where was I? I lost my train of thought. You want to say something and then something happens? You say, oh, I lost my train of thought. There's a train of thought. I got lost for a moment. Sorry, I got lost for a moment. I got lost for a moment. Yeah? Sometimes you get carried away. Especially if you feel you're bloated, you feel successful and stuff, it's easy to get carried away. But something attracts you. An attractive scene, attractive view, an attractive girl, guy. This place has many. Can we use attractions as plural? The city has many tourist attractions. Yeah? Can I say tourist attractions? Chris, is it possible? Hobby? No? No? Because attractions don't count?
Yes, possible.
Yes?
It's possible.
Anna?
I don't know.
Yeah, if you talk about tourist attractions, you're talking about different places. So then it becomes countable. So if you say the city has many attractions and tourist attractions, it means you would say this place is one of the many attractions of Toronto. Toronto has maybe 4 or 5 attractions. So one is the CN Tower, one is the Kaza whatever, one is the not the zoo. Of course, the most important attraction is Ray, and and that's it. That the city has nothing else to offer. No, has a lot to offer, Jackson. So he knows. Attractions. Yeah. So the tourist attractions. Attract. I was deeply attract preposition him or his poetry or his intelligence or his sense of humor. I was what?
Attracted by his.
Attracted by. I was deeply attracted by his poetry. I was attracted toward him. Or attracted by his whatever, or toward him.
2 is also possible. I was attracted to her, to him. Okay.
But if it's by his something, and something is a good thing, like his sense of humor, his intelligence, by his charming looks, smile, by his beautiful elephantine nose, so, what attracts me to him is, what attracts me to this place is, sometimes it's more than attraction. Instead of saying attracted, what do you say? I was deeply, give me another word for attraction that's bigger. Bigger and better. I'm looking for a BBD, bigger, better deal.
Fascinated.
Fascinated by. Fascinated by his looks. Fascinated by his intelligence. Fascinated by his sense of humor. Fascinated by. So when you're fascinated, and that's the noun for it would be fascination. To attract tourists, to attract foreigners. To attract tourists, foreigners. visitors. What should museums do to attract more visitors?
You can use attract to financial means like attract.
What should museums do to attract more visitors?
Museum. Have some events.
Put some good dinosaurs there
Yeah.
to attract visitors. What should Darby do to attract more students?
Put Ray or something.
Fire Ray. That's the first thing, right?
No, not. Her
So you attract people. You attract.
display Ray.
Put him on display. He doesn't want to scare people. So, okay, we also have for attract. So you would say that CN Tower is one of the many attractions of Toronto, correct? One of the attractions. So this is attractive. What attracts me to him is, this is good. This is a good structure. I want you to. What attracts me to him is what attracts me. What attracts me most about him is, this is a structure that I want you to learn. What attracts me most about him, what makes me curious about him is, what irritates me most about him, what annoys me most about him. Instead of attract, you can say what annoys me. Oh, that's what turns me on about you. What turns me on about you? This has, once something turns you on about someone, has sexual undertones. Oh, you know what turns me on about you? That's what turns me on about you. So, it's a pickup line used by some guys. You know, pickup line, it's like, oh, you know that? How would you know? So, oh, you hate coffee too. That's what turns me on about you. You spill your coffee. You know what? That just turned me on about you.
Oh my god.
You spilled your coffee. Did it so well. Could you do it again? Could you spill more coffee too?
Yeah.
How about if we both spill our coffees? The guy's nuts. So, what attracts me most about him, about her, is the way she yawns. You know, she does it in this very special way. Ah! Okay. So, Ali, what annoys me about you is that you're always better than me. That's very annoying, you know? Something that's very annoying. Annoying. Huh? Annoying. Yeah. And now, let me give you a few good words. So, when we say something is attractive, you know that we have some words about beauty, such as what? Beautiful, handsome, attractive, good looking. Yeah? Hey, good looking! That's Darby's usual word. Hey, good looking! Pumpkin! So, so we have attractive, of course. Usually for guys, handsome. But we also have handsome salary, for example.
Really?
A handsome salary, yeah. This job offers a handsome salary. So we also have good looking. Of course we have beautiful. Of course we have pretty. But if you want to say something is like fascinating. Fascinating. What else? Give me some words.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome. Splendid.
Spectacular.
Splendid. Spectacular.
Amazing.
Fabulous.
Amazing.
Amazing. Stunning. Stunning is a very good word, I love it. Astounding. You see your friend's picture, who looks like a toad, but you want to give her some really nice comments. Stunning. Stunning is when you just want. I can't take my eyes off you, huh? I can't take my eyes off you. You're stunning. I can't take my eyes off you. Stunning. That was a stunning performance. Like even a stunning performance. A stunning performance. Dazzling. Dazzling. Like it's so bright and perfect that it burns your eyes. That's dazzling. Dazzling. Stunning. Astounding. Spectacular. Splendid. Awesome. Fantastic. Wonderful. Fascinating. Fantabulous. Has anyone called you these things? Amazing. In my dreams, people always call me fantastic. You're amazing. Splendid. Great. Spectacular. Fabulous. Despicable me. The opposite would be disgusting.
Worst.
Awful, not awesome. Horrible. Terrible. But here, terrific. Remember, terrific? Terrific means amazing. Terrible means bad. Awesome means great. Awful means horrible, means bad. So disgusting, awful, horrible, terrible. What else? Revolting. Sickening. Especially disgusting. Yeah? Nasty. Nasty performance. He looks nasty. He looks nasty. That's a nasty. Huh? Gross. Thank you. That's so gross. Blech.
Worst. Worst.
This will overwhelming. Overwhelming. An overwhelming performance by Ray. No. Hmm?
What do you say revolting?
Revolting. Revolting is like something that makes you puke, something that makes you sick, and like you want to throw up. So that's revolting.
Will be my stomach.
Yeah.
So that's like guts,
Makes me sick.
like guts wrenching.
Gut wrenching is like a little. Gut wrenching doesn't make you sick. Gut wrenching is like does this to you. When you see pictures of, for example, images of children that are dead, for example, or torture images. That's gut wrenching, huh? That'd be gut wrenching. That's different. Gut wrenching. It's like you have a wrench in your gut and somebody's doing this. Have you felt like that? It's like when you see some pictures and so. It's gut wrenching. Okay. Now. A few more words and then we're done with this part. I'm saying about this fantastic performance, dazzling. Wonderful. And the next word is none other than ideal. Ideal. Javi, can you give me an example with ideal?
Tango is
Hamwood is an
ideally
ideal place to waste time. So I would say Tamwood, I'll get fired for this, is an ideal place to waste,
to meet people.
yes, to meet wonderful people, such as Hobby Tap. So it's an ideal place. Ideal place. Your ideal, my ideal job means my dream job.
My ideal house.
My dream house. Ideal job. Yeah? We say ideally speaking, or ideally speaking, like frankly, generally speaking, frankly speaking, or frankly, honestly, whatever. But ideally speaking, like how many students would make a good class? I would say ideally speaking, 10 would be great for an IELTS class. Ideally speaking, 10. 10 would be ideal. 10 students would be ideal in a class, right? That would be ideal. That would be ideal. Ideally speaking, 10. How many girlfriends? Ideally speaking, whenever I teach countable and uncountable nouns, and when I have some Saudi students, the first question they ask me is like, how many wives, teacher? How many wives? Because for them, wife is like, they're allowed to have 4 wives according to the religion. So usually the question is, how many wives? So ideally speaking, according to their religion, 4. Ideally speaking, none. None. But then if you really have to, one would be more than enough for the rest of it. Correct? How many husbands? Ideally speaking. How many boyfriends? Ideally speaking. Sake, how much money? Ideally speaking. Is $1 billion enough? If they ever ask us, really, what would the answer be? Would I say $1 billion? No, more. Now that they're asking. Ideally speaking. Name it, very fast, I'm writing a check.
Ideally speaking, as much as possible.
As much as possible. You lost, you blew your chance. I needed a figure. So, ideally speaking. And so this is my ideal house. We have we have an ideology. You know ideology? different. If you have an ideology or ideology, something ideology, that means, yeah. So ideal first. As adjective. Advice on how to reach your ideal weight. What's your ideal weight, Safi? 40 pounds? Ideal weight, that was it. My ideal weight. That's good. What's your ideal weight? 40 pounds? Which is around 20 kilograms. Because she said I'm gaining, oh, I'm too fat now. It's like, what's your ideal weight? Ideal weight, that's a good one. Ideal, also we have some ideals in our minds. Do you have any ideals as far as, do you have any ideals, any principles in your mind as far as life is concerned, certain things in life? That would be a noun. A place ideal for a walk. This place is ideal for. Oh, this place is ideal for a walk. Ideal for a walk. A place, this place is ideal for a walk. Ideal. The ideal of a free and democratic society. The long vanished ideals of the 1950s. Are our ideals of beauty changing? The ideals of beauty. That is the best idea we have of beauty. The ideals of 1950. And ideology, which is a different thing. Ideology. The ideologies of fascism and communism. A new ideology based on individualism. Ideology. Your ideology, the way you think about things. The ideology of fascism, the ideology of whatever. So that's ideal. This place is ideal for studying. Ideal is different from idle, remember. Idle. What? This reminds you of what word? The American Idol. Have you watched the American Idol? And of course, America Has Talent, but American Idol. The American Idol, well, a lot of people watch it. The American Idol. So that idol is different. Of course, that idol is something ideal for you. That you put, wow, that's my idol. In the past, people used to worship idols instead of a god. There were gods in the past. It could be like the statue of an animal. That was an idol. But if you say, he's my idol, means he's my role model. He's my God. He's somebody I look up to. Now we have role model. But idol is something that people used to worship in the past. They would put him on the pedestal and worship. So that's why we have the word idolatry. Idol. Idolatry. So idolatry was the worship of idols. Instead of worshiping God, the Almighty, people would worship like a pen or a marker. This was my idol. I would put it somewhere in a shrine, and I would say, not like this. Yeah. And I would worship this. That would be my idol. You know what? Anna is my idol. Te quiero. Te amo. Te amo. Don't leave.
Te quiero.
Don't leave. So, fashion icons and idols. You know icons? Icon. Like you see in your computer. He's a fashion icon. He's an icon of fashion.